You could be the perfect candidate, but one tiny resume mistake could land your application in the rejection pile. Sounds harsh? Well, let's fix that. A lot of people think resumes don't matter anymore, especially with LinkedIn or online portfolios. But guess what? Hiring managers still rely heavily on your resume to decide if you're worth that interview. So in this video, I'm going to show you the top 6 resume mistakes you need to avoid if you want to stand out and get hired. Let's jump right in. Mistake number 1. Using a generic resume for every job. Why it's a problem? Sending the exact same resume to multiple companies might seem efficient, but it's actually one of the most common reasons candidates get overlooked. Recruiters and hiring managers can easily tell when a resume is generic, and that usually means it's going straight into the no pile. What employers are really looking for. Every job posting is unique, even if the title is the same. Companies prioritize different skills, values, and experiences. That means your resume needs to reflect what they care about, not just what you want to say. What you should do instead. Tailor your resume for each position. Here's how. Customize your professional summary to echo the language in the job description. Adjust your key skills section to reflect the most relevant tools, technologies, or soft skills the company is seeking. Highlight experiences and achievements that align directly with the role's responsibilities. Use keywords from the job posting. Many companies use applicant tracking systems, ATS, that filter resumes based on specific terms. Why it works? Personalized resumes show attention to detail, a genuine interest in the role, and a better overall fit. In a competitive job market, it's much more effective to send 5 carefully tailored resumes than 50 generic ones that don't speak to the employer's needs. Mistake number 2. Cluttered layout and poor formatting. Why it's a problem? Hiring managers spend less than 10 seconds scanning a resume. If your layout is messy, cluttered, or hard to read, your resume may be ignored no matter how strong your experience is. Common issues. Tiny or inconsistent fonts. Blocks of dense text with no spacing. Unclear section headers. Too many colors or design elements. Overuse of bold, italics, or graphics. What to do instead? Stick to a clean, professional format that's easy to skim. Here's how. Use a standard font like Arial, Calibri, or Helvetica 10 to 12 size. Bold your section headers and use clear spacing between sections. Break down experience using bullet points, not paragraphs. Keep it minimal, black text, white background, and simple lines. Align everything consistently for a polished look. Why it matters. A well-formatted resume helps recruiters find your skills and accomplishments fast. Clean formatting shows attention to detail and professionalism, traits every employer values. Quick tip. Before you send it off, view your resume on different devices or as a PDF. If it looks cluttered or hard to read, it's worth the extra few minutes to clean it up. Mistake number 3. Lack of quantifiable achievements. Why it's a problem? Vague statements like helped increase efficiency or worked on sales strategy don't give hiring managers any real insight into your impact. Without numbers or measurable results, your accomplishments sound weak, and almost anyone could say the same thing. Common vague phrases to avoid. Assisted with. Was part of a team that. Contributed to. Helped improve. What to do instead. Use quantifiable results that show the value you brought to a company. Ask yourself, what happened because of my work? Then, put a number on it. For example, reduced customer complaints by 35% in 6 months. Boosted website traffic by 50% through SEO strategy. Managed a $100,000 budget with zero overruns. Why it works? Numbers stand out. They provide context, show scale, and prove that you're results driven. Hiring managers love data because it helps them picture how you might contribute to their company's success. Pro tip: even if your role didn't seem measurable, think about improvements in time saved, projects completed, clients served, or processes improved. There's almost always something you can quantify. Mistake number 4: spelling and grammar errors. Why it's a problem? It might seem small, but even a single typo can make a big difference. Spelling mistakes and grammar errors on your resume give the impression that you're careless or not detail-oriented, the things employers don't want in a candidate. Remember, your resume is often your first impression, and it needs to be polished. Common errors to watch for: misspelled words, especially industry terms or job titles. Inconsistent verb tenses. Incorrect punctuation or capitalization. Misuse of words like there, and there. What to do instead? Always proofread your resume multiple times. Don't rely only on spell check. It can miss grammatical errors or context-related mistakes. Here's how to catch more issues. Read your resume out loud. It helps you hear awkward phrasing or missing words. Ask a trusted friend, mentor, or colleague to review it. Use tools like Grammarly or Hemingway Editor to catch subtle grammar issues. Take a break before proofreading. It's easier to spot mistakes with fresh eyes. Why it matters? Attention to detail is a highly valued skill in almost every profession. A typo might seem minor to you, but to a recruiter reviewing hundreds of resumes, it could be the reason yours gets skipped. Final tip: treat your resume like a professional document because it is. Clean writing reflects a sharp mind and serious intent. Mistake number 5: including irrelevant info. Why it's a problem? Your resume is not your life story. It's a marketing document meant to highlight only the most relevant, valuable information for the job you're applying to. Including outdated or unrelated details not only wastes space but also distracts the hiring manager from what actually matters. Examples of irrelevant information: high school GPA, especially if you've graduated college or have work experience. Old or unrelated jobs that don't connect to the role. Personal details like age, marital status, or full address. Hobbies that aren't related to the job or industry. References available upon request. It's understood. You don't need to say it. What to do instead? Focus on what's current, relevant, and adds value to your application. Tailor your resume to each job by highlighting recent roles and accomplishments tied to the job description, including certifications, skills, and tools used in the target industry. Keeping your education section concise, especially if your work experience is stronger. Removing anything that doesn't support your qualifications for that role. Why it works. A focused, relevant resume is easier to read and leaves a stronger impression. It shows you understand what the employer is looking for and that you're not just sending out a one-size-fits-all document. Mistake number 6. Using passive language. Why it's a problem. Passive language weakens your resume by making your achievements sound less impactful. Instead of showing leadership and initiative, passive verbs give the impression that you were just along for the ride. Phrases like was responsible for or assisted with don't emphasize your personal contribution, which is exactly what employers want to see. Common examples of passive language. Was responsible for managing a team. Assisted with project planning. Was involved in marketing campaigns. Helped with customer service inquiries. What to do instead. Use active verbs to clearly demonstrate your role and impact. Here are a few examples. Led a team of 10 to complete a project ahead of schedule. Designed and implemented a new customer feedback system. Developed marketing strategies that increased engagement by 30%. Streamlined operations, saving the company $15,000 annually. Why it works. Active language conveys confidence, authority, and results. It clearly shows you are the driving force behind the achievements on your resume. Employers want to see that you're proactive and capable of taking ownership of your work. Quick tip. Go through your resume and replace any passive phrases with strong action verbs. This simple change can make a huge difference in how your experience is perceived. Avoiding these 6 mistakes can instantly level up your resume and help you land more interviews. So take a few minutes, revise your resume, and show them what you're really capable of. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more career tips, and drop a comment with the biggest resume mistake you've ever made or seen.